About as good as a late June evening is going to feel across the area. Happy Monday evening to you. It is great to see you with the cooler feeling conditions. Back into the lower 80s, lower humidity and gorgeous skies across the area. Calm winds and 83 degrees is made for a spectacular afternoon. Dew points back in the 50s. That is a measure of more comfortable feeling air. We're going to stay fairly quiet the rest of the evening. Eventually overnight tonight, we are going to dip back into the mid-60s overnight. Likely to stay dry through about daybreak. Will be shortly after that. The chance of showers and storms that will race back into the area. So Tuesday is going to feature some wet and unsettled weather. And for some areas west of Toledo, this could be arriving as early as about 7 a.m. So between 7 a.m. and 9 a.m., we're going to get around to some scattered showers and storms into the area. And with the arrival of those early in the morning, that may get your attention. Some gusty winds up to about 40 miles per hour or so will be possible. Now, how much rain? Let's jump right into that because we have rain chances for Tuesday and for Wednesday. So I'm going to add that both up, let the hour-by-hour forecast roll through. In many areas, a half an inch to an inch of total rainfall, but there is the distinct potential where we get a few repeated downpours. An inch to an inch and a half of rain may be possible as we go through Wednesday evening. Best to describe it, though, is all areas are going to at least get something as far as rainfall. Now, careful what you ask for when it comes to rainfall, though. Over the past 72 hours, you'll hear more about this catastrophic flash flooding that's been occurring eastern South Dakota. There's Sioux Falls into southern Minnesota. This does include a flash flood warning that is still active just outside of Mankato. That is for a potential dam failure that could be occurring really at any point, sending a wall of water rushing downstream. So officials are monitoring that very close. It still stays active, especially just west of us. There's a risk of a few strong storms really from the Indiana-Ohio state line west. That is going to be into tomorrow afternoon. I do suspect our greater severe weather threat will end up closer to central Indiana and Illinois. Feels great, though, across the area. Right around the lower 80s. Many areas have that lower humidity. And after the heat we experienced last week, we had 7 90-degree days in a row, which did include some record warmth, putting our 90-degree days at 10 for the season so far. Now, the rest of tonight will be fairly quiet and calm back to the mid-60s. Storm chance is going to arrive tomorrow morning between 7 and 9 a.m. And those storms will include some downpours, some gusty winds, and thunder and lightning. The next chance of storms may fire up with a few isolated storms early afternoon, but overall, that isolated storm risk will remain very remote into Tuesday evening. For tonight, partly cloudy skies. Going to have a pleasant feel tonight, right around the mid-60s for overnight lows into Tuesday. Scattered storms going to be most likely the first half of the day. Those storms will end, and as a few peaks of sun return, we'll go back into the mid to upper 80s. So it will be noticeably more humid tomorrow. Scattered storms on Wednesday, so there are 2 days this week that will remain wet and unsettled. Back closer to 80 Thursday, mid to upper 80s on Friday, and we make a run back toward 90 on Saturday. There will be a front Saturday that brings some additional scattered showers and storms. Then back into the 70s for a day into early next week on Monday, and the heat will return toward the 4th of July holiday that is now within sight in our 10-day forecast, taking us back close to 90 degrees.